Golf is supposed to be fun.
Well, here it is. It's January 11th, 2009, about 10:15 a.m. in the morning. And what did I do on February 19th, 2005 at 10:45 a.m. in the morning in the dead nuts of winter here in northern Michigan? In fact, I just snowshoed 9 holes out at True North Golf Club yesterday in deep powder on a 21-degree crisp sunny day. Well, on February 19th, 2005, I set an intention. I'm going to drop my handicap to a 5 or less by July 4th. I'd just come off the toughest year of my life playing golf. My handicap rose to a 10.6. And in the league that I played in, I was over a 10 there as well. It was almost embarrassing, considering most of my life I played to around a 6. So after all the studies that I've gone through, the master's degree in the sport and athletic administration, yeah, I studied sports psychology. I could take a test. I knew all those concepts. I knew about being calm, being relaxed, focused, present, confident, having fun. I knew all those things. Yet, how come they eluded me? What is this thing called the zone? And how to be in it? Well, come along. Enjoy the ride here. Now, I'm a life coach and a mental golf performance coach, specializing in the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of golf. And remember, golf is supposed to be fun. In fact, that's the name of my blog, golfissupposedtobefun.com. I invite you to come along and play. In just a little bit, you'll hear about my 7-week Mental Edge Golf Coaching Training Program over the winter. It begins on January 19th and ends in April. So, how did I do it? Now that's real pressure. First take. Not quite Francis we met like. However, if you can tell me what you want, I'll show you how to get it. I got my inspiration from this book, as well as many others, The Greatest Game Ever Played by Mark Frost. And part of my program is about this exact same thought written by Mark Frost, as Francis got his inspiration. Good Lord, thought Francis, will you look at this woman? She had completely committed herself to this song. So completely, she appeared to be in a kind of trance. Then the source of it came to him, a clean, concentrated light in her eyes that Francis intuitively understood to mean that she'd given up her very soul to let this music come through her. Nothing stood in the way of it, but he could see she wasn't even aware anyone else was watching her. And at that moment, the tumblers in the lock he'd been trying to open to reach the heart of his own talent all clicked into place. This is just what I want for golf, he said to himself. Skill guided by belief, practiced without fear, and with absolute commitment. Believe shots could fly on line, and they did. He slowly gave up his fear of being judged, his fear of failing. His distance increased dramatically. Putts dropped. So I set my intention on February 19th, 2005, nearly 4 years ago, to drop my handicap to a 5 or less by July 4th. Kind of crazy. However, something happened. Something started to move on me. Providence began to inspire me onward, which is divine inspiration. Thoughts that I had no idea would even exist started coming to me. and I started to observe myself, and I started to watch my handicap slowly drop from a 7 to a 4.3. And I thought, well, all my practice as a life coach and my life education beyond my master's degree, this is what it's all about. I was practicing life. I was practicing living a spiritual life. Why not apply these wonderful principles to the game of golf? So I did. And I set a new intention. I'm going to drop my handicap to a 2 by the end of the summer. Oh my. Now we're getting stretching it a little bit, getting outside our comfort zone some. But that's what you got to do. You set the intention first, you dream first, you take action, and the hows will present themselves. And before you know it, you're living the life of your dream. Well, I ended that year as a 1.2 handicap golfer, and I was journaling about my experiences. And ever since then, I've been staying right with it. For the last 4 years, my handicap has hovered between a 0.7 and a 2.4 index. And I'm most grateful for that. My journaling led into a book that I called Spiritual Golf. And then the professionals got a hold of my book, and I decided to do some revisions with my wonderful editor, Christine Bolaris, from the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. Well, Christine helped ground me, and my new book, The Fairway of Life, Simple Secrets to Playing Better Golf by Going with the Flow, will be due out in mid-March. And in there, we'll talk about your dreams. We'll talk about setting intentions. We'll talk about the zone and how to be in it. We'll talk about the comfort zone and how to lower that. And we'll talk about how to create a champion self-image within you and how to say goodbye to our fears. There's some incredible stuff on the horizon. I invite you to come along for the ride. Check out the blog at golfissupposedtobefun.com. Sign up for our free The Fairway of Life e-zine, and let me coach you over the winter. Remember, you tell me what you want, and I'll show you how to get it. Play well. Enjoy the golf that we have going on in Hawaii. Take care.